The Honors College does a great job of bringing students together and of encouraging students to pursue interests outside of their studies. Many of my closest friends I've made through the Honors program, and many of us are interested in the same things. Being in Bozeman gives a lot of opportunities to participate in outdoor activities, so a lot of my honors friends, we rock climb, we ski, we kayak, we hike.
The most important thing that honors is about community. And so I lived in the honors dorms my freshman year, and that was an incredible, mind-blowing experience actually, because just being surrounded, I think, going from high school and being surrounded all of a sudden by all these incredibly talented, driven people was really insane. So, you'd come back to the quads at any given night, and there were people just doing ridiculous things, like amazing, musicians, just the conversations that you'd have late at night.
The first thing they do as you walk in the door is the Honors College isn't just engineers, it's not just, literature majors, right? It's the whole mix. And so you're exposed to, every honors event you go to, living on the honors floor, you're working and living and hanging out with English majors and mechanical engineering majors and sort of the broad spectrum in between. And I think you begin to appreciate how the viewpoint from this major might be able to affect what you're doing here, and you make those connections that you wouldn't necessarily do if you're siloed and only in classes with just your own major.
I would say students who are considering the Honors College, is definitely an opportunity for you to be able to have a much more broader experience than you would as a regular undergraduate student. I feel like you have high-level interactions with faculty, and also much more a rigorous academic environment that will spur you onto high achievements in life, and also just trying to spur you onto higher things in life, and also kind of offer you some kind of prepared mindset to face the world after you graduate, so that you can be able to make a difference through your education here.
I think getting different perspectives is one of the most valuable things you can get out of college, and that's been really fantastic with my honors curriculum, because in addition to just people being in your classes from all different majors, you also get to take very interesting targeted classes that really teach you a lot of in-depth things that you may not have learned otherwise.
The willingness of the faculty to go and help you pursue what you want to do in research or scholarships or stuff like that, because there's a dedicated committee here that helps you with your scholarship applications to make sure that you're being the best you can be, because they know you and they know what you're capable of, and they want that to be reflected in your scholarship applications. And that was one of the greatest benefits of honors, especially when I was applying for my scholarships, was the amount of just dedication on the staff and the dean's part.
The Honors College at MSU gives you that opportunity to dive into all these things, and will support you and be behind you that entire way, and allows you to reach and obtain things and do things that you never would have thought possible before.
If you're thinking about honors, do it. You're going to meet people that care just as much about their education as you do, but who also care just as much about having fun as you do, and who are top-notch skiers and climbers and artists and anything that you're looking for. They're all in the Honors College.